as we've heard, as we've experienced this evening, on the front lines of systemic suffering and injustice, communities are engaging. Communities under attack always engage in extraordinary acts of solidarity. Some of the nation's true heroes and heroines have shared with us this evening now, haven't they? But such heroism is tragically underreported by the mainstream media. It's even sometimes disregarded among those involved in social justice organizing. But within the survival strategies that folks here and all across the country are engaging in, there are indispensable lessons for those committed to protecting and reconstructing a democracy that is multiracial, safe, affirming, and economically just. And boy, have we started to hear some of those lessons this evening, and there are even more in this report. While survival strategies alone will not be able to fully address the harm, they provide fertile ground for deeper organizing, including across all the lines that divide people who are being awakened in this moment to the need for systemic change. We know that when survival strategies are politicized and connected, they can light the initial spark for transformative social movements, as they've done throughout all of history. And so it's with a seriousness and a resolve, but also a life-giving celebration and excitement, that I'm pleased to call this evening at the launch and release of this report for a survival revival. I want to invite everyone here, and tens or hundreds of thousands, even millions of your closest friends and neighbors, to join us as we visit communities organizing for food and housing and water and land and immigrant justice and bodily autonomy and LGBTQ plus rights and access and inclusion and peace and belonging. In this survival revival, we're going to share stories like we have tonight. We're going to engage in training and political education to meet our needs as we build a movement together, whether it's about housing takeovers or setting up free medical care for everyone, whether it's about protecting our immigrant and trans siblings or providing spiritual belonging, all the time building power for the long term. We're going to study and pray together. We're going to sing together and make art together, engage in ritual together, and we're going to strengthen relationships, community to community, all across the country, all across our networks, building a movement for these times. In April, we're hitting the road to start organizing for the survival revival. Perhaps we're already having plans to be in your community. If so, please join us. We can put a link tree of our organizing tour in the chat. And if you think your town, your holler, your hood needs a survival revival, please reach out to us and let's build it together. There are mean things happening in this land, but it doesn't have to be this way. We can build mutual solidarity. We can build beloved community as we organize, organize, organize. Now, it's not only because it's a good idea or because the Bible tells us so, but because it's a matter of survival. As Shally has pointed out, a matter, A-M-O-S, a matter of survival. So let's come together. Our lives depend on it. And with some inspiration from the prophet Amos in his 5th chapter, let justice roll on like water, righteousness like a never-failing stream. We thank you for being with us. We know we have a lot of work together, and we're going to do it together.